Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some information coming out here regarding this humanitarian aid pier that's been built near the Gaza Strip. Okay, so if you weren't aware of this, the United States built like a floating land pier that you see here in the picture. And they built this off the coast of Gaza because the people there were struggling. They were not getting the aid that they needed. And it was very difficult to get aid into the region here of the Gaza Strip. So the United States decided to build a pier where they could just bring ships in and start offloading, tons and tons of supplies for the people that are there. So this Gaza pier has been constructed now for several weeks and it's been in operation. And I've got lots of information to go over that it hasn't been going so well. Well, just yesterday, we had this report coming out that 3 U.S. troops sustained non-combat injuries while working at the pier. So we've got 3 troops that have been injured. One of them apparently rolled their ankle. Another one sustained some sort of a back injury. And a third service member apparently was injured so badly that they required medical evaluation. They had to go to a hospital somewhere in Israel. So, yeah, we don't know what happened exactly to that soldier that had to go to a hospital apparently, but it must have been pretty bad if they got sent to a hospital. So, like I said, this whole pier thing has not been going very smoothly. We're also going to be talking about the fact that the aid coming off of this pier for the last couple weeks has not even gotten to any of the people in the Gaza Strip. It's been completely looted. Okay, the trucks, as you can see here in this picture, they'll come off of the pier and they'll start heading towards certain parts of the Gaza Strip, and we've got reports that apparently it's Gazans. I don't know if this is Hamas doing it. Maybe it is. Maybe some of these members are Hamas. But many of the people there are just so desperate and they've got nothing that they're raiding these trucks before they even get to to where they need to go. So many of these are looted before they even show up to be dispersed to the general population there. So that's a huge problem. And still the people there are not getting the aid that they need. And we've had reports coming out that there's been famine that's spreading throughout the Gaza Strip, so that's a huge problem too. So we've got several things we want to go over, but we're going to talk a lot about what's happening with this pier today. So let's go ahead and get right into this for you on the Military Times. 3 U.S. troops on Gaza pier mission sustained non-combat injuries. So this actually came out yesterday, and it says here, 3 U.S. service members have suffered non-combat related injuries in the U.S. pier mission off the coast of the Gaza Strip. The deputy commander of the U.S. Central Command said Thursday. The troops were injured at sea, Vice Admiral Bradley Cooper said. One service member rolled their ankle, while another sustained a back injury, he said. Third service member was injured enough to require medical evaluation to an Israeli hospital, but Cooper declined to elaborate on the nature of that injury. From a privacy perspective, I would just leave it at we had 2 minor injuries, and one, as I mentioned, was medevac, Cooper told reporters. Cooper said that 2 of the injuries were minor and routine, and that those service members are back to work on the mission. Something I want to note here too that I forgot to bring up regarding these troops being injured here. We had a report just about, I want to say, close to 2 weeks ago. While this pier was still being constructed, we had reports coming out that there was an attack at the pier by mortar fire. I believe it was from Hamas. I think the United States was saying it wasn't Hamas. They were just saying it was some militants or something like that, or I forgot what the word was that they used, but they did not specifically say Hamas. Okay, so these troops came under attack at the pier while they were building it, and luckily nobody was hurt. No, there was no injuries, or I didn't hear of any damage or anything like that. But they have come under attack once before. Now we're hearing that some troops have been injured, but they're claiming here that these were non-combat injuries. So it says the Pentagon did not immediately confirm when the injuries took place. He also said there had been no attacks on the pier mission, but that U.S. forces remain clear-eyed about threats to service member safety. Cooper also declined to say which service branch the three injured troops came from. So we don't even know what service branch they were from. There wasn't a whole lot of details being given. All we know is that 3 service members have been injured. Okay, so, this is, like I said, this is not really going as smoothly as I think the U.S. would like it to go. And now we've got some troops that have been injured over here just trying to bring aid into the Gaza Strip. And yeah, this is not good. So I want to talk about something else here too, real quick. We were talking a little bit about how this aid was not coming into the Gaza Strip. Well, I've got some information to go over here just briefly. Short little article. We'll go over a couple of paragraphs here. On CNN Politics, Pentagon says none of the aid unloaded from U.S. Pier off the coast of Gaza has been delivered to the broader Palestinian population. So this actually came out a few days ago, about 3 days ago, and I wanted to talk a little bit about this because it's an ongoing issue over there right now relating to this pier. So it says here, none of the aid that has been unloaded from the temporary pier the United States constructed off the coast of Gaza has been delivered to the broader Palestinian population. As the U.S. works with the UN and Israel to identify safe delivery routes inside the enclave, the Pentagon said Tuesday. Several desperate Gazans intercepted trucks delivering aid from the pier over the weekend, leading the UN to suspend the delivery operations until logistical challenges are resolved. That was another thing I heard just a couple days ago, that the UN was suspending their deliveries to the Gaza Strip because this kept happening, okay? Like, they're spending all this money bringing this aid to the Gaza Strip, and then it just gets looted by a bunch of people that probably take everything, and then maybe they're going to go sell it or whatever they're going to do with it. And it's not really getting dispersed to the general population of the people that don't have, maybe they don't have any money, maybe they can't buy stuff, and people that may be suffering much more. It's being they're being looted and taken by people that are greedy, that want it for themselves and using it to their own advantage. And that's what we're seeing down here. So the U.S. is working with Israel and the United Nations to establish alternative routes for the safe delivery of the 569 tons of aid transported to Gaza since last week. Pentagon spokesperson Major General Patrick Ryder said on Tuesday. Asked whether any of the aid has been delivered to the people of Gaza, Ryder said, "As of today, I do not believe so." So that's what he said a few days ago, that he did not believe that any aid had been delivered to the people of Gaza. He added that aid had been held in an assembly area on shore, but as of Tuesday had begun getting moved to the warehouse for distribution throughout Gaza as an alternative routes had been established. So like I said, big issue there. They need to find a route to get this aid to people so that way it can be protected. I don't know if the IDF is going to be protecting this, but obviously the U.S. can't, because they can't really go into the Gaza Strip. This is mostly the IDF that's operating throughout there. But as far as I know, it doesn't even seem like the IDF is really doing anything to protect these aid shipments that are coming in whenever they come in on these trucks like what you see here. And then it just easily gets looted once they start to enter the Gaza Strip. So I can't imagine being one of these truck drivers and being held at potentially gunpoint, whenever you're traveling through Gaza trying to get to your destination, and then your truck gets looted, and then hopefully the drivers are safe too. Kudos to them for going out there and putting their lives on the line for trying to bring aid to the people there in the Gaza Strip. I hope they're being compensated well for their efforts. So finally, I want to show you one last thing. This is on X, okay? This is from U.S. Central Command. They're in charge of all the operations with the U.S. military and the Navy throughout the Middle East. So they've been helping out a lot with this these aid packages coming in on the Gaza Pier. So it says here from U.S. Central Command, personnel continue to team up with the USAID and UN to deliver aid to the people of Gaza via temporary pier affixed to the beach. Aid delivered by CENTCOM personnel from the sea to the beach transfer point. 820.5 metric tons total as of May 22nd. So this is just a couple days ago. 150 metric tons on May 22nd. Aid distributed from the beach transfer point to the UN warehouse. 506 metric tons total as of May 22. 185 metric tons on May 22nd. So they are bringing stuff in. According to the to U.S. Central Command, they are bringing aid, and we're seeing lots of pictures and videos coming out of them, just offloading tons and tons of pallets like what we see here of aid for the people, the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. So they are getting the aid. It's just a matter of, can they get the aid to the Gaza Strip safely, so that way the people over there, can actually get this stuff and it doesn't get looted by Hamas or just desperate people there that want to be greedy and take everything for themselves and maybe sell it or whatever they're planning to do with it, hoard it. So yeah, definitely a major issue over here with this Gaza Pier, but I did an update on this about a week ago, and I wanted to bring you another update with what's going on with this. So it is still in operation right now, and apparently it is semi-working. They just got to work out the kinks and figure out a way to get this aid to the people that really need it, so that way these trucks don't get looted. Because this has been a major issue even before this pier was even built. Many of the trucks that would come from Israel or even Egypt, they would just get completely looted before they'd even get to the people. I've seen lots of videos online of even Hamas holding people at gunpoint and taking the aid off these trucks and stealing the trucks many times, and just horrible things happening over here. So yeah, I just wanted to bring you this update. Hopefully you got something out of this. But that's going to be it for this update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.